I'm Iweli Sylvester Williams, the 100 Million Lead campaign in Liberia on the UN Year of Child Labor. I'm so delighted to given this opportunity to share my experience on the June 12 event at the Labor Ministry, and also as a leader of the Child Labor campaign in Liberia. I will be sharing my view on the increase of child labor, especially on the continent of Africa. So firstly, I will be touching the June 12 event at the Labor Ministry in Liberia, wherein celebrated the Child Labor Day against all forms of children who have been thrown into child labor in Liberia. And the act has been endorsed already from last year meeting, from last year 2020 June 12. There was a act of child labor which was created and endorsed and into full implementation as I speak. And also the gender minister and the labor minister joined the call for the protection and the survivability of our young children across the country, and to have more implementive force with the judiciary sectors as looking at child violators or child labor intruders who is consistently within the business of low grading or degrading our young people into the sector of labor. And before turning to myself feedback on the increase or child labor numbers according to the International Labor Organization, frankly, as an activist, it shows I feel so saddened that the number has increased. But last year, it have increased into a enormous amount, which I'm urging all African leaders or African head of states, decision makers, the African Union, to see the need to eradicate child labor on the continent of Africa, to see the need for joint dialogues and joint resolutions in neighboring countries into the human rights ratification laws that will protect every child to be free, to be safe and educated. And also I also want to highlight that there should be a bill that will support each and every child laborers, those child that have been taken from the street, that have nowhere to go. We should also address it as a continent. So my concern is that I'm calling on the African Union, as I'm calling on each and every head of state by the 54 countries in Africa, to find a mitigable reason to reduce the increase of child labor. The increase of child labor is not a good sign on the continent of Africa. It's so shocking that our young future still lavish in child labor. Our children are being robbed of their rights, being robbed of their fundamental rights to educations. They have been serving in factories. They have been serving individuals for their own gains, and their lives have been delayed. Their future have been delayed, and we are calling on decision makers to see the need to resolve this matter. And also we are calling on the ECOWAS committee, because representing West Africa from the Republic of Liberia as an activist and a campaign led on child labor in Liberia, I am urging national stakeholders to see a reason for a resolute dialogue that will reduce the number of child labor in Liberia, and also to support the fair share of budget to child labor victims for safe enrollment into school and safe for their well-being. Thank you.